The electronic panels covering the facade of Minute Maid Park suite level displayed the velocity of the called strike in miles per hour, 101. 3 pitches later, Shohei Ohtani unleashed another four-seam fastball on the outer part of the plate to Josh Reddick of the Houston Astros. This one fouled off. Advertisement: the panels flashed 101 again. The pitch was the 87th delivered by Ohtani on Tuesday night. The Angels' rookie right-hander was not only throwing harder than he was in earlier innings, he was also throwing harder than he was in any previous game this season. Over the uneven 51/3 innings he pitched in an 8-7 victory over the Astros. Ohtani released 6 pitches that were clocked at 100 miles per hour or faster by the in-stadium radar gun. And if this season unfolds anything like the seasons he pitched in his home country of Japan, Ohtani will be throwing even harder next month and even harder than that 2 months from now. So, remember, as much as Ohtani has already surprised by pitching and hitting capably in the major leagues, as much as he has astonished with his physical gifts, this is only the start. He will get stronger. He will get better. To hear Shohei describe it, he feels that as the season goes on, he works his way into his stuff, Angels manager Mike Scioscia said. That's pretty good considering the couple games we've seen. He's had great stuff. Angels manager Mike Scioscia heads to the mound to replace Shohei Ohtani during the 6th inning of a game Tuesday against the Houston Astros. Eric Christian Smith, Associated Press. Ohtani's latest start was more a learning experience than a show of brilliance, as he was charged with 4 runs and 6 hits in a no decision that raised his season earned run average to 4.43. He struck out 7. The defending World Series champions drew 5 walks against him, elevating his pitch count and forcing Scioscia to turn the game over to his already overworked bullpen with only 1 out in the 6th inning. He departed the game with a runner on first and the Angels leading by a 4-3 margin, only for reliever Jose Alvarez to serve up a 2-run home run to Brian McCann that temporarily moved the Astros in front. If I could throw first-pitch strikes, I think I could decrease my pitch count, Ohtani said in Japanese. A blister on the middle finger of his pitching hand limited him to 2 innings in his previous start, against the Boston Red Sox a week earlier. Ohtani said the blister didn't affect him. Shohei Ohtani gave up 4 runs on 6 hits over 5 1/3 innings while striking out 6 Astros on Tuesday. Bob Levy, Getty Images. But over his 4 starts, he has found major league hitters to have the willpower to refrain from swinging at many of his early count offerings. The Astros were no exception, as they forced him to throw 98 pitches. I couldn't develop the kind of rhythm I wanted, he said. It's really a great lineup. Ohtani wouldn't say it, but home plate umpire Eric Cooper's tight strike zone was a likely factor. Astros starter Charlie Morton, who entered the game as the league's era leader, walked 5 batters in 4 innings. Good eye today, Scioscia deadpanned. Advertisement: Ohtani started the bottom of the 5th inning by walking left fielder Marwin Gonzalez. His full count pitch was in the strike zone, replays later showed. The next batter, center fielder Derek Fisher, homered on the first pitch. What was once a 4-1 lead for the Angels was down to 4-3. Baseball: Andrelton Simmons hits 2 home runs and Angels hold off Astros 8-7 by Jeff Miller. April 24, 2018, 11:10 p.m. I went in from the stance that I didn't want to pile up base runners, Ohtani said. It was a pitch without much strength behind it. The couple of 101 mph heaters to Reddick were delivered later in the inning. There were certain situations where I didn't want to give up runs, or when I was facing a group of great hitters in succession, I wanted to unleash what I had, or even more than that, Ohtani explained. While Ohtani spoke about some points he could improve, he shared his confidence in the catcher who would be guiding him, Martin Maldonado. The 8th-year player has caught all 4 of Ohtani's starts. From camp, I have felt he's worked in a way that's made it easier for me to throw, Ohtani said. He cleanly blocks the pitch as I bounce. I have only gratitude. He game plans in a way that allows me to pitch well. Being almost a decade younger than Maldonado, Ohtani has cultural sensitivities that often prevent him from starting conversations with his catcher. I don't know if he felt that, but he's been very proactive speaking to me, mixing in jokes and making it easy for me, Ohtani said. Maldonado has given Ohtani a Spanish nickname, Jorge. I always try to speak to him to make sure he's comfortable, Maldonado said in Spanish. I want to make sure we're on the same page. From the first day of spring training, I think our communication has been important for us. How's Ohtani's Spanish? He knows a little Spanish, Maldonado said as he looked over at Ohtani, who was standing at a nearby locker. Ohtani smiled. Dylan.Hernandez at latimes.com. Follow Dylan Hernandez on Twitter at Dylan O. Hernandez.